welcome. It is June, but I'm going to tell you about my May favorites. Because May was crazy. June is also going to be crazy, but I don't think it ever ends, you know? My friends and I would keep going through these like very busy, crazy, insane periods of time, and we're like, it's like that meme where it's like, you know, in March I'll be rested. Yeah, we said that about March, and no one's rested. But we're here, and I've been realizing that my spring and summer just sort of stuff is a little bit, I don't want to say outdated, because that's not really the reason that I'm like revamping my wardrobe, my go-to daily products. It's more so that it's just time for like a refresh, you know? Like I guess technically it is still spring, but it feels like summer right now, and so I kind of missed the whole like spring cleaning, but for some reason there's something about this summer that's like, oh wait, I'm like, I don't want to call myself a butterfly, but I do feel like I'm going through a change, and so I have invested in some things, found some things, watched some things, experienced some things that have helped me shift direction. One of those big things is coming up the stairs right now. She's actually a very little thing, but I will tell you. You know what? I'll let her come in when she's ready to come in. So, my May favorites. I have photos here on my phone. White pants, white skirts, white bloomers. I've had my eye on and still not really scratched the itch of like the bloomer short. But some things I've gotten in the meantime are these Freest by Free People white like capri pants. They're very baggy. They have a fun sort of like angled cut. They're like a really nice thick material, but they are so much cheaper than like the normal Free People brand. I got them in my Newly, and then when I realized they were so reasonable to me for what they are, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep them because I wore them a lot while I had them. I also got these bloomer shorts from Depop. This has been a big Depop month for me, big Depop season for me, because what I love about Depop and Poshmark is that I can thrift, like I am still buying from someone else. I'm not purchasing something that's brand new, but I can sort of find exactly what I want. And I got these just because I felt like they would be great under some of my slip dresses that are not quite long enough to be dresses, or just sort of like a good layering piece. And so I've styled them a few ways. I haven't worn them out yet, but my roommate did. And they were like, she had this dress from Newland. And she was like, it's just almost too short to kind of wear out, but like I don't want to wear pants with it and I don't know what to do. And I was like, I have the thing for you. And this is exactly why I got them. So was really excited to make this purchase. And I guess this makes sense, but like gearing up for summer, it's just become really apparent to me that like the things that are associated with summer are not super in line with what makes me feel good when I get dressed. So shorts and shoes have been my biggest conundrum. But I'm here to say that I absolutely love a long short. I love a long short. I'm sorry, from being a dancer and just like I had really poor body image, and the big thing for me was always my legs. And shorts have always made me very insecure about my legs. Now, I am less insecure about my legs now. However, getting dressed is about comfort and expression for me. Those two things are the most important. If I am not comfortable, I feel like a mess, and if I'm not expressing myself the way that I feel that day when I'm getting dressed, then I feel like an alien. So I need those two things together, and the long short does that for me, because to me, it feels a bit more fashionable, I guess. I also really do love a short short, and I did buy one like micro short, but I have yet to wear them out of the house yet. But stylistically, I love a long short. Here's some that I've gotten. Excuse the wrinkles, but I was taking advantage of Gap's like denim sales recently, and I got these pleated long shorts. Now, I learned that for Gap I do need petite because I'm only 5'5" and my torso is much longer than my legs. Well, not longer than, but like I had to do a round of like try on and send back when it came to the jeans. Then I figured out my sizing for the jeans that I wanted. And then while I was shopping, I went ahead and got some overalls because I don't have a pair. I was looking for a pair of like blue denim overalls. And then these shorts because I was like, these are lovely. So I got petite, which is great for the length, but I did get a small just based off of my guess with the jeans that I had tried on, and they're a little bit big. I would have gone extra small. I think it's like the baggy fit of it all, but I do like these. I just think they need to be belted sometimes, but I love them. These ones are a little more high-waisted. I got these from Glassons in Australia a couple years ago when I was there. So those are my long shorts, and I love them. I'm getting a white pair in my Newly this month. Hopefully they fit and go well. They're white. These are my short shorts. I thrifted them. I had this very specific image in mind, and I almost wore this outfit, or my version of this outfit, out for something. Oh, Memorial Day. But I didn't end up doing it. Why didn't I do it? Oh, weather. It was because of the weather. Anyways, but I do have these, and I actually don't hate them. I just have the issue where like they fit my butt and then there's the gapping in the back around the waist, but that has been my problem for forever. So I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Other long shorts I love, which kind of segues into the other thing that I've been loving and embracing these shorts from Free People Movement. We just had a Free People Movement store open up where I live, and I was so stoked to go inside, but I was like, I don't need to buy anything. And then I went in and I saw these and I was like, well, I do need these. On a practical level, I was thinking, great, this is something that I can wear to dance, like to a hip hop class specifically, because I'm trying to get back into a rhythm of training. I'm a bit out of practice with that. And this is something that feels like me, but still fits the style of like what I would be doing. So I got them, but actually I have worn them out and about quite a bit. I wore them to work. I picked up a job at a brewery and I wore them to work, and I had a customer who really loved them, and then also my boss really loved them. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with them. And then ultimately I'm really into embracing how I'm pretty split on like wanting to be really feminine and then wanting to be kind of like sporty or masculine. So luckily a lot of things in fashion seem to be sort of geared towards that. Like there is very much a world where you can do both and juxtapose those, and so I've been doing that a lot. So that's been fun for me. What else? They talk about April showers, but they should talk about May showers because it rained so much of May. So I finally got some black rain boots. These are Hunter rain boots. They are pre-owned. I found them on Depop. They were like broken when I got them, and what they mean by broken is that this part was not attached, like it's attached on the other boot, and on this one it wasn't. So I just super glued it and now they're fine. And that was a really practical investment. I think they were like $30, $40, something like that, which I know is not what they retail for. I also really wanted those boots when I was younger. I was very into like preppy style. And now I have them because they work with my wardrobe and I like them a lot. Also in the world of summer, how do I wear shoes for summer? I really, really, really hate sandals. I hate sandals. Barring a flip-flop or like something that's chunky, I like flat sandals, hard to find. So I'm embracing flats. Here are some of my favorites. So these were my most exciting one to share until yesterday. I got these like almost 2 weeks ago, right? I've been eyeing them online, but sort of like, don't jump the gun. And then I saw them at my favorite boutique close to where I live. It's where I go for like gifts and stuff because they just have really like nice novelty items. A lot of them are brands that give back in some way. So anyways, I saw them there. I tried them on. I love them. I got them. I have worn these like 3 times maybe, already broken on both sides. So I'm really disappointed about that because they're really cute and also extremely comfortable. This is my other favorite. Let me just get it out of the way. My most favorite part about May was getting a cat. This is Imogen. She's been playing with the loudest toy in the world. Can you just say hi? Say hi for 1 second, please. She's mad. Okay, you can go play, but can you play with a quieter toy? No, probably not. This is Imogen, not Imogene. Imogen. She's very sweet and snuggly, except for right now when she wants to play. Okay, sorry, back to flat. Yeah, bummer for these, but I don't know, I thought about like messaging the brand and being like, hey, I've only worn, oh no, okay, so it's actually, this piece is actually about to fall off. Okay, maybe I send them a message and see if they would send me another pair because I love them, but that is so disappointing. Ugh. Anyway, from Depop, but Zara. I just really like the shape of these. They're a bit elvish, slingback, flat, white, pointy-toed shoe. And my thought process was that like the pointy part will be nice if I'm wearing like a long baggy jean, which I tend to do even in the spring and summer. And then I found these at Goodwill. Sincerely Jules. I don't remember where that brand is from, but you know, it's the trendy buckle. Again, I just wanted the pointy part. I knew that I would get a lot of wear out of that, and I have so far. You're just gonna have to excuse the jingling. It's what we're doing right now. Other big investment in shoe world that I made, and it's on the way. It'll be here tomorrow. Finally got the Salomon. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong, but Salomon sneakers. That's been high on my bucket list. I've been waiting to get paid for some of my freelance work, and I was like, that is an investment I'm going to make because I knew I wanted the all black. Again, I can wear them for dance. I can wear them for photo shoots and just other like set work where I'm gonna be on my feet, you know. It's a practical investment and one that stylistically I've admired for a really long time. Now, almost every colorway that I liked was sold out on their website and then way up sold on StockX or whatever. So I found the all black ones on Poshmark around the same price as they like retail on the Salomon website. And they'll be here tomorrow, so I hope that I like them. I'm excited to see. Okay, I showed you Imogen. More product world. I've gotten back to lash serum. I used to use the like Roden & Fields lash serum in middle school or high school or whatever. I was sent this from the brand Swede. I was sent this, a lip liner, which I really loved, and a mascara, which I do really love the mascara. I just kind of like, I just use whatever mascara is closest to me. I have like a rotation of 4. I really like this. I think I noticed a difference. I don't know. You tell me. And then tinted moisturizer world, because I do not like foundation. I've been wanting to try this. I finally tried it and I absolutely love it. I'm worried that I got maybe a shade too light for what's gonna happen when I start to get outside, although it's been raining so much. Who knows if I will, but this is the Slip Tint Tinted Moisturizer. The shade I got is number 3 and I'm wearing it right now. I use like 1 drop of the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, which is another, I don't think they're worth the hype. I just really wanted to try them. Anyways, I did wear them. This is what it looks like. I feel like it's pretty close to my skin color. As far as things that I've been consuming, I haven't read anything. I didn't read anything in May. I did not finish a single book. I started quite a few, really tried to finish the 3rd book in the 4th Wing series, and I couldn't do it. I took it back to the library after having it for almost 2 months. I took it back because I couldn't get into it. I wasn't having fun. And then I decided I'm gonna stop trying to force myself to do this because I don't like it. However, I started playing my Nintendo DS. Me and my roommate both did. My favorite game and the only game that I still have, Style Savvy, which actually, as I'm playing it, I'm realizing how much this informed who I am, the way that I dress, and just like why getting dressed is so closely tied to like my identity and personality and like creative expression, whatever. It's because of this. My parents have been like moving, my grandfather moved in with them. We've been like shifting some stuff, built a new like storage unit, music room, like studio, like they have like a little recording studio in their backyard. Anyways, we've been going through a lot of stuff. I got to read a lot of things that I wrote in elementary, middle, high school. And then super pivotal for me right now at 26, going through a slight identity crisis. My grandma and I used to play store. I would print out these paper doll templates from myscene.com. If you know, you know. You're supposed to make paper dolls out of them, make clothes for them. I just printed them out, like probably hundreds and hundreds. Stop it! Hundreds and hundreds of sheets of paper, and I would draw my designs. I literally have a binder that I don't know if my mom made it or my grandma made it, but a binder of all my designs. I was really obsessed with the name Lana for some reason, so every like grown-up character that I played pretend as was always named Lana. Literally my store, my character in this game, named Lana. Name of my store on that binder, Lana. Where did I get that? I don't know where that came from, and this is really embarrassing, but it's true. And so I looked at some of the things that I drew, and there are some that my grandma drew as well, which I love getting to have those. I'm really lucky that she indulged me long enough to play that game because I was very passionate about playing pretend, especially as far as pretend business goes. Yeah, that's been kind of nice to look back. As far as watching, since I didn't read anything, I loved watching White Lotus. I watched all of Severance. I can't remember when I finished it all, but I like binged watched it over the course of 3 days, and that left a mark on me. The show 4 seasons I watched, I felt that the acting was really wonderful. The content of the story, I don't know, it was just a little too close to home to enjoy. I got to see a lot of live theater. When I say a lot, I mean 2 shows, but 2 shows felt like a lot. I got to see a production of Waitress, which is one of my favorite musicals, and I got to go with some friends. That was really wonderful. And then I went on a solo date to a show called Millions, which is a new musical that's premiering at the Alliance Theater. And I went on industry night, so tickets were really cheap. I went by myself. I had a drink at a little hotel bar. It was very fun. And it was really cool to get to see something that I didn't know anything about. Yeah, it was very interesting story. And after watching the Tonys and remembering that Maybe Happy Ending premiered at the Alliance, which I did not know, I'm like interested to see then where the show goes. It was a really, really talented cast. And then to close this out, I saved a lot of words to my Pinterest, just like reminders and things. I have felt very creatively disconnected. I've been extremely social, especially in May. May was a very social month, and been working really hard, but feeling very creatively disconnected to myself. Now, exciting news is that I recently started production for my short film. Maybe I'll make another video about that. It's just like too much to get into, but we finally we're making moves. It's gonna happen. So that's one positive thing. I'm trying to remember that it's okay to be proud of myself. But I've been saving a lot of words that have given me some motivation, and I've restarted my morning pages in May, and I'm still doing them in June. So I have a really good feeling about June. It is like not quite halfway through the month, but it'll be gone before I know it. I have a really good feeling about things. I've been in a rut, but I do feel like things are gonna turn over soon. So anyways, let me know what your favorite things were this month. I'm very interested and looking forward to a really great summer. So anyways, talk to you next time.
Emmy girl, say bye. Bye.